The SS IOSCO, or IOSCO. The IOSCO was built by the West Bay City Shipbuilding Company, F.W. Wheeler Shipyards of West Bay City, Michigan. She was named after the Iosca County, which is a county in Michigan. She was also one of almost 3 identical wooden ships, one of which was the L.R. Doty, another famous shipwreck on Lake Michigan. She was launched on April 25, 1891, as hull number 80. The Iosca had an overall length of 312 feet. She was also one of the largest wooden ships ever built. Her hull was 291 feet between her perpendiculars, her beam was 41 feet, and her cargo hold was 20 feet. Because of the Iosca's size, she needed several steel arches, a steel keelson, and steel cross bracing, and several steel plates to increase for her strength and her size. The Iosca had a 3-cylinder triple expansion steam engine that was built by the Frontier Engine Works Company of Detroit, Michigan. The Iosca's massive triple expansion steam engine was capable of generating over 1,000 horsepower. She had 2 coal-burning Scotch Marine boilers that were 12 feet high and 11.75 feet wide. They also had a steam pressure of around 167 pounds per square inch, and her boilers were built by the Wicks brothers of Saginaw, Michigan. An article from the Daily News Marshal, Michigan, wrote about the foundering and sinking of the Iosca and the Olive Jeanette. Paquaming, Michigan, September 6th. The steamer Iosca will have been added to the list of ships which foundered on Lake Superior in the Great Gale last Sunday. If the story told be the wreckage through which the tug D.L. Haybard passed, Tuesday is well founded. There were life preservers marked Iosca and a lot of other wreckage found near Huron Island in Lake Superior. The stem of a schooner had been thrown up on the end point of Abbey, or Abbey. The body of a sailor was also found 10 miles this side of Point Abbey, or Abbey, again, if I'm saying that correctly. It is now believed that both the Iosca and the schooner Olive Jeanette, which the Iosca had been towing, both foundered in the vicinity where the wreckage was sighted. It is almost certain that the Olive Jeanette is lost. The lighthouse keeper on Huron Island plainly saw a big schooner foundering 4 miles north of the light at 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. There was no steamer in sight at that time, and the schooner, when she was first sighted, had a jib and a foresail set, and was nearly waterlogged from what he could see. Not long afterwards, the ship went down. The lighthouse keeper had no means of rendering assistance in the tremendous seas on Lake Superior during the storm. The 3 days which have passed since the Olive Jeanette foundering would have also brought news from the Iosca, were that boat still afloat. But the owners at the Cleveland last night gave up hope. The Iosca carried a crew of 19 men, and the Olive Jeanette carried a crew of 7 men. The Iosca and the Jeanette, laden with iron ore, left Duluth at noon last Thursday, bound for Lake Erie. They were caught in a horrible storm, and when halfway down on Lake Superior, they must have been driven back in hope of finding shelter among the islands of the Keweenaw Peninsula. The Iosca was commanded by Captain Nelson Gagna. The Olive Jeanette's wreck was discovered in over 300 feet of water, about 8 miles off of the Huron Islands in the 1990s. However, the Iosca is still lost and has not been found. A very short story today on the Iosca and the Olive Jeanette, the barge that she was towing at the time, but no less important, and all crew members lost their lives on both of them. So there wasn't much information I could find about this story, but again, it looks like they were caught up in horrible seas, a horrible storm that swept over Lake Superior. And it sounds like they tried to make their way, like it said, to the Keweenaw Peninsula to take shelter. Or other ships, especially in my other episodes, they've tried to take cover in Whitefish Point Bay, like the Edmund Fitzgerald was trying to do at the time of her sinking. But it doesn't sound like these two made it in time, and they were probably overcome and sank. So I wonder if they'll ever find the Iosca's ship. Hopefully, maybe one day. But I do hope this video, as short as it is, gives some honor to the sailors that lost their lives on Lake Superior. But yeah, thank you for listening to this very short episode on Songs of the Great Lakes. I will be working on something very special in the future for you guys. I hope it can come together as I've posted before, but I won't give any secrets or spoilers away. But I very much look forward to this opportunity, hopefully for something good to come. But however, I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, evening, whichever. Also, have a very happy Thanksgiving, and I hope to see you all again on the next episode of Songs of the Great Lakes. God bless you all. Until next time.